Hello, 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 everybody. If you are here, that means you want to smile, right? You want to have a good laugh, you want to have a good time, then you are in the right place because that's exactly what we do here on CK's Antics, and I am CK. So, welcome to episode 2, basically, of this. This is my reboot of what I was doing couple months ago, took some time off, and now I'm back and I did this on YouTube. So hopefully you are enjoying this. I know this is only round 2, but it should be good to go. Now, if you are watching on Facebook, you're going to be a little bit delayed. You're going to be delayed by about 40 seconds or so. So just keep that in mind, but I will do my best to keep up with any comments and all that good stuff. And I am tracking. It looks like there's an issue on YouTube, so just give me a second here. It's just me running this, so I just want to make sure that everything is good to go. So, hold on. Let me find my channel to make sure everything's up and running real quick. Because that's key. We need to make sure that we are good to go on this, right? We need to make sure everything's running. So, yeah. So I think we're good. We'll find out. But yeah. So anyways, so what do I do? So what do I do on the show? Basically, I like to talk about random things that I find interesting and funny, and then we'll cover them. And then we'll cover them. So first up, we always talk about the holidays that are coming up for the month, or for not the month, for the week. And because this is the first month going into October that I'll be doing this, I'm actually going to cover our national holidays that are month-long, as well as week-long holidays. So just keep that in mind. And we will kick this off here, and let's get to what we want to do, right? And that is our national holiday slide here. So let me just make sure I bring this up. And we come to the right slide here. Let's go back. I'm going to pause this here. So here is the big picture of the holidays for this coming week. Now, this is just one little section. So this is the stuff that's coming up for this week. I highlight the stuff that I kind of want to talk about, which is highlighted in the boxes there. I know it's probably tiny on your screen, especially if you're watching from a mobile phone, but that's okay. Don't worry. We're going to go into more detail in just a little bit. But so I highlight those here, and we talk about them in a little bit. And because, like I said, we're going on a new month here, coming up on October, that's going to be starting this week, I went ahead and, whoops, that's not what I wanted. I went ahead and wanted to show you what we look like for the month of October. And these are all the holidays that are either month-long for the month of October and or week-long holidays. There's a couple of them here that I do want to bring to your attention, so I'm going to do that real quickly right now. And so first up, we have national holidays that are coming up are for the month long. Oh my goodness, my phone's falling over. Are the World Smile Day. We've got World Smile Day coming up. No, sorry, that's a day. We've got National American Cheese Day. Not J, month. It's the entire month, which I think is pretty sweet. And that is, hold on, sorry delay here. We're going a little, too much stuff here, too much stuff going on. So now we're good. Oh, good. And here we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay, so on the month-long stuff, let's just kind of cover these real quick. We've got American Cheese Month. So literally, the whole entire month of October is specified for American cheese. Now, I'm not even sure if October is the right month to have American Cheese Month. It doesn't seem like it's like the right month or time of season, but I guess there's really no season for cheese, so it just seems odd to me. For me, it just seems odd. But that's okay. I digress on that. But some interesting thing I did find about the American Cheese Month is this. So American cheese started basically in about the 1700 time frame, and it was actually called Yankee cheese. And then in 1851, the first American cheese factory was established here in the United States. And then in 1911, the French basically took our American cheese and, of course, added their little French touch, which extended the life shelf of the cheese. In 1916, Kraft actually patented how they bake cheese, the method for actually making cheese. And the guy, Kraft, Robert L. Kraft, is the one who did that, and that happened in 1916. And then in 1965, the single slice wrapper cheese came into the market, and then Kraft bought purchased the processing rights to do that. And the developer was actually an Indiana developer or inventor who made that process, which I thought was kind of neat. So anyways, I digress. American cheese, it's something I do want to celebrate for the month. We've also got National Book Month coming up in October. I want to challenge you to at least read one book or listen to one book during the month of October. I'm going to shoot for 3 books. I'm going to shoot for 3 books this month, either read or listened to. Also, some other things we got coming up are National Caramel Month. Not too bad. National Chili Month. Again, as you notice, a lot of stuff is geared towards food that I tend to gravitate towards. National Chiropractic Month. I'm a huge proponent of the chiropractor. We have National Dessert Month. Again, food. We can't pass that up. National Pasta Month. Oh my, come on now. National Pizza Month. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Lots of good food coming on this month for the whole entire month. National Pretzel Month in the month of October. National Sausage Month for the month of October. And then the one that's boxed out, grayed out, or boxed out in the red X is Vegetarian Month. We don't really care about that. We eat the veggies. That's okay. Veggies are okay. We just don't want to have, vegetarian. We just don't eat vegetarian. We have meat with our stuff. But yeah, those are all the holidays that are month long and or week long stuff. I didn't really highlight anything for the week long stuff, but it's all there. Next we've got, oh shoot, no, I think I gave you I moved on to the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. And now we're gonna go to the day ones that were coming up this week that I highlighted. So the first one is actually happening tomorrow, and that is Gold Star Mothers and Family Day. And this is a big one just because it is an important one. This signifies just to think about those that have lost loved ones during their time in service. This originally started off as just specifically Gold Star Mothers Month, and then it transitioned after President Obama's proclamation of changing it, or amendment to it, change it to National Gold Star Mother and Family Month. And this is always celebrated on the last Sunday of September. So there is that. Also, we've got coming up is... this is a good one too. I like this one. You may like this one. I like this one. So National Drink Beer Day is coming up on Monday. And here's some interesting facts on this one. 36%, which I'm surprised that it's even 36%. I actually thought this number would be, well, actually, you know what? I thought this number would be higher, actually. That when you meet for your friends, that only 36% of them will order beer. I was surprised by that number. 67% people prefer local beer, vice imported, which goes to show me that people have not traveled the world and tried, foreign beers. But then again, if you have, you've traveled foreign countries and you've had beer in foreign countries, and then you come back and you see that you have imported beer, it's just not the same. It just definitely is not taste the same. So in a way, I can kind of understand that, but still, for me personally, I tend to lean towards the imported beer anyways over American beer. And then just over half of the Bay, Maryland, half of the Bay Staters surveyed love beer, which doesn't surprise me at all. And then down below here, you'll see all the numbers of all the folks that love beer. And I find this one very interesting. And you may too. So let me just enlarge this just a little bit for you so you can see this a little bit better, because I am curious to know, are you kind of part of this here? Any of your states in here? We've got Massachusetts, we've got Missouri, Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Arizona, New Jersey, Virginia, Maryland, New York, and Colorado in pretty much almost the top 50 percentile-ish. 43% and is the bottom one. But that's kind of where the states rank in their beer ranking, which I thought was quite interesting. Maybe you found it interesting. I don't know. Also, I'm going to show you one more thing here, and we're going to slide this over here. And this was the other one, is when people go out and drink, you see here, a majority of them choose beer. I was surprised by the second one, that it's not wine. It's actually margaritas. And then you've got wine as the third one. And then gin and tonic is the very small sliver one. Cosmopolitans is a small sliver one. But clearly we do not have folks that are like big, like, maybe this is like the younger crowd, because I was surprised we don't have like bourbon, whiskey, a little more sophisticated palate type of drinkers on this one. But that's okay. That's okay. If they're not, that's fine. And then we have, let's go one more here. Go over one more slide. Hey, thank you there for the wonderful reflect. So now we're back to, after we talked about National Coffee, or National Drink Beer Day, now we're on, that was on Monday, so that's coming up. So on Tuesday, we have, also on Monday, we have National Sun's Day. We just celebrated earlier this week, National Daughter's Day. We've got National Sun's Day coming up this week. And we also have National Coffee Day happening on Tuesday, and National Starbucks Day. Of course, they're together. Why not? So if you're looking for a free cup of coffee, or if you want to tweet or do some social media post, there's some handy hashtags to use, because there's going to be some free coffee. So if you go to McDonald's, if you go to Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kremes, you name a coffee shop, they're probably going to give you a free coffee or discounted coffee. So if you are a big coffee drinker, Tuesday's your day to get something free and or discounted, as well as some famous places online like Godiva as well will be selling coffee at a discounted rate, and you may get some free stuff as well. So make sure you keep that in your calendar, especially if you are a coffee drinker, connoisseur. And then on Wednesday, we've got National Love People Day. I think that is just in general, should be a thing every single day. However, specifically this Wednesday, with everything else what's going on in the world, let's try to actually do that and be nice and love people. Let's try to do that every day, but try really, really hard, especially on Wednesday, to make that part of your day. And then we're still not even through the week. There's a lot of holidays actually this week. We're still not through. And then here is then towards the end of the week, the things that we're going to be celebrating, looking at, we've got on Thursday, National Black Dog Day. Similar to black cats, black dogs also have a hard time getting adopted or getting, purchased or whatever. People just don't, they have like some omen about black animals, I guess. But that's something you definitely, if you like black dogs, black kitty cats, make sure you give them an extra little pat on the head, especially if you own one. Also, we've got National Homemade Cookie Day. Who doesn't like a cookie, especially now that we're getting into the fall? Perfect time for some nice cookies, warm right out of the oven. Perfect timing. Enjoy that with your coffee, all that kind of good stuff. We also have National World Smile Day. Now, actually, here's an interesting fact about World Smile Day. It was actually, the whole point of this World Smile Day is actually made after the guy who actually created the original little smiley face. His name was Harvey Ball. He created the smiley face in 1963. And then in 1999, it became an official world holiday, World Smile Day, in 1999. It's transitioned a lot over time. We now have emojis, we now have a whole bunch of various smiley faces and all that kind of stuff. But the originator of the smiley face was Harvey Ball, which he created it in 1963. That was kind of a neat, interesting fact that I found out. Also coming up this week is Name Your Vehicle, Name Your Car Week. This is my personal Jeep right here. I named it Jarvis, and if you are a Marvel fan, especially an Iron Man fan, Jarvis stands for just another rather very intelligent system. That is what Jarvis stands for, if you did not know. And if you don't know what Jarvis is, watch Iron Man, especially 1, 2, and I think 3, Jarvis is still around. And then Jarvis basically becomes Vision, if you didn't know. And it's not a spoiler, because you know what? It's been out long enough. Everyone should be watching it by now. And then coming up on Saturday, we've got National Poetry Day. I love poetry, which is why I highlighted this one. So those are all your holidays that are coming up this week. And now we can go to our next little thing. So next up, we're going to talk about some TV shows on Netflix and a movie on Netflix and then highlight the fact that something is just new season just got released. So let's get to these right here. So first up is Enola Holmes. It just came out this week on Netflix. It's a movie. Highly, highly recommend. It is amazing. I loved it. I think they did a great job. And this is basically the sibling of Sherlock Holmes. And it's a great story, really entertaining, well worth watching. I'll probably watch it again this weekend because it was so good. I just really, really enjoyed it. It's a great family movie. It's just over 2 hours long. Really happy, happy feeling, go lucky type of movie. And it's one thing that you almost I wish they would almost do a spin-off into like a season because it was that good. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. And it has very much of that kind of Sherlock Holmes type, figuring things out, kind of puzzly like things, but just really, really good. So highly recommend it. If you've got time this weekend or anything like that, put it down on your thing. Definitely want to watch it because it's really, really, really good. Also, I have, what else do I have here? Oh yeah, that's that. Sorry, I'm getting some signal here that maybe my stream is having some issues. So hopefully everything is looking okay on your end. The other thing I want to talk about is Away. Away is a new series that was on Netflix. It got released probably two weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, but it's actually really, really good. It's about the first mission to Mars, a team that goes on the first mission to Mars. And Hilary Swank is the main character. She's the lead captain for this mission. And it's just really, really good. And just in terms of, being a woman, being the lead on this high pressure mission and very high vis mission, and some of the stuff that she just gets from some of the men on her team, and all that kind of stuff, as well as the fact that she's a mother. And, she's got a daughter at home, she's leaving her husband behind, all those kind of things that I think it's just really, really good. They do a great job. You'll definitely be sucked into watching it, pretty much almost binging it. They're roughly right around 45 minutes to 50-minute long episodes, but totally worth your time. Really, really good. And I'm looking forward to season 2 because it looks really, really good. But, I have ideas. It's looking really, really good. It's really interesting. You'll really, really like it. And if you are a fan of The Good Place, Netflix has just released the 4th and final season of Netflix. You can now, if you've never watched it, this is a good time to go ahead and watch it. You can binge all 4 seasons. It will happen really quick. Each episode is roughly 20 to 23 minutes long once you kind of cut out the intro piece. Really, really good. I really like it. I really enjoyed it. I think they did a good job wrapping it up. And I think they knew going in this was only going to be about 4 seasons long. So totally worth it. So definitely go and watch it if you haven't, or if you just want to go and binge it again, because it is one of those ones you just can watch over and over again. Really good. I really love it. So go watch the new released season of The Good Place. And now here's the interesting things that I found on the internet this week. Really interesting for me, at least I thought. Both about rats, and both of these were found on CNET, of all places. CNET, if you don't know, CNET, pretty much is more about a techie website. But of course, 2 articles that I found this week on CNET were about rats. The first being a rat that basically got their version of a Medal of Honor. It received the Medal of Bravery for finding 39 landmines. The name of the rat is Mogoa, and this was in, I believe, oh shoot, I'm drawing a blank of what country this was in. Indonesia, maybe, I think, where this was. But yeah, this is the first rat to receive this award. This medal here is actually called the gold, let's see, I'm bringing it up here, the PDSA gold medal. It is specifically for animals that are not part of a military counterpart position, so basically a civilian animal. I know this sounds really weird, but on the medal itself, it literally it's got laurels around it, and then it says the text on it is for outstanding animal bravery. Yep, that's what it says, animal bravery. You can't make this stuff up, folks. You really can't. Like, it's hilarious. At least I find it hilarious. So yeah, and that's actually the first rat. There have been 30 recipients of this award. All the other ones have been dogs, and you can actually submit your animal or an animal that you think deserves this award to the PDSA. And then there's the version for military associated medals as well, which is the basically equivalent to the Flying Cross. Yeah, interesting. And then the other thing I found on CNET is the fact that, guess what? Apparently there's a study being done, and it's not the first study that was done. This is second or third study, but rats apparently, for people that are connoisseurs or rat people that like rats, I don't know. This is well known amongst them, but rats can laugh, and most rats like to be tickled, but they found out during this one that only a few rats like to be tickled, which I find hilarious. There's a good video, which I will drop in the comments afterwards. I'll go back and drop in the comments for you guys to go back and check. There's a YouTube video as well as the article. I'll drop both articles in there for you to read if you want to know more. But the rat tickling I find hilarious because, like literally, who does this? Like, I mean, were you excited? Like, if you think about it, like, if this was my job, right? If I found out, like, I'm going to be put on a new project, and this project, like, hey, Cassandra, you're going to go and tickle rats. We're going to study this, and we're going to tickle rats. You're going to record their high-pitched little squeals, and we're going to determine if rats do, in fact, like to be tickled or not. And, like, do you go home to, like, your roommate, significant other? Do you call your parents up and be like, hey, guess what? Guess what this new job or this new, like, project I'm working on? I get to tickle rats. Like, I just really want to know what that conversation was like. Or if you're just like, dude, I'm not telling anyone. If anyone's like, hey, what's going on? What's new at work? And you're like, nothing, just doing scientific studies. And in your head, you're like, I'm tickling rats. That's what I'm doing. Tickling rats for a living, and I get paid to do it. But yeah, but apparently rats like to be tickled. They like to be tickled on their bellies as well as their backs. They don't prefer to be tickled on their tails, which I would understand. I wouldn't like to be tickled on my tail either. But yeah, they like to be tickled, which is hilarious to me. And also, what was also funny is the fact that during their study, in this little like YouTube clip they have, and like again, I said I'll post it afterwards. This is hilarious. They went ahead and then put the rat like in a high stress situation with a whole bunch of lights on a tiny little platform, and they found that at that point in time, the rat does not like to be tickled. And I don't know why you need to study this. I think anyone, like I don't know who likes to be tickled. I personally don't like to be tickled at all. I'm not so much ticklish, but it's just, I don't know why people like to be, but if you did, I think even if you were in a high stress situation, you probably wouldn't enjoy being tickled either. If you're like all, stressed out about where you're at, what's happening, you wouldn't like to be tickled either. But yeah, so apparently people wanted to know this. This has been studied before. And now you know, as well as I do, that rats, not all rats, like to be tickled. So if you have a pet rat, I would like to know, does your rat like to be tickled? Yeah. That's about it. And so yeah, so to wrap this up kind of, there's one more thing I do want to talk about, and that is, so there's a new, like, I don't know how many singing shows that we need right now out there, but apparently there's a new singing show coming out on Fox. I don't even know if it came out this week. I haven't even looked. What's this new singing show? There's a new singing show where basically the singers actually don't sing, they lip sync, and then people have to determine if that person can truly sing or not. And if I understand, they make their team from this, or they either, if they guess correctly if they can sing, they win points. But like, seriously, how many singing shows can we truly do, and at what point in time will the singing shows go away? Like thinking back, there was, well, back in the 80s, it wasn't so much a singing show, but more of like a talent show. And it wasn't even America's Got Talent. It was some other thing. But then, like, the first real singing show that I can think of was, American Idol, right? And that started off really good, and then it got a little crazy and loopy, and then I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm over this one. It to me, it wasn't interesting anymore, and I think people realized that. And then a new singing show came out, and then the most recent one that I can think of would be the Voice that came after that, which I really liked at the beginning. The Voice was really, really good. I liked how they did that. And then The Voice kind of got old to me as well. And now The Masked Singer came out a few years ago, which I don't get into that. I tried to get into that. It just was not my thing. And I think a lot of it is just because that's pop culture that I just don't know artists enough for me to even make guesses of who they might be. So it's just not really that interesting to me. And then this new singing show, let me try to look it up. Fox, I think it's on Fox, singing show, right? There's like this new singing show, and it's called, I Can See Your Voice. Yeah, I Can See Your Voice, and it's supposed to air this year, and I don't even know, did it come, maybe it happened this week. I did not, did it air? Oh, so it did air. It aired early this week, so I haven't watched it yet. I can do a review next week to see what I think about it. But it's on Fox, which means I can catch it on Hulu. But yeah, I Can See Your Voice. So I wasn't sure what to think about it, but I will watch it, and I will give you my review next week on it. But that's it. That's all I have, honestly, for this week. Of everything that I have to talk about. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. Hopefully you've had a good week. And don't forget the things that are coming up this week that are really, really important. Especially, and a lot of people, I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I know some of you are, and that is National Coffee Day is coming up. But don't worry, what I've decided to do is I will put out a video every single day here on the YouTube channel as well as in the Facebook page, just so you're tracking what is happening for national holidays that day. So you're on top of what those things are. And those should be out first thing in the morning, so you'll be able to see them. And you won't have to wait around, and you'll be ready to fully celebrate the holiday that you want for that day, all day, as long as you can. And that's all I have. I'm happy that you joined me. I hope you had a good laugh. I hope something in here made you laugh or made you smile. I mean, how could you not laugh or smile at the fact that there's a study about tickling rats, or the fact that there's a rat that has won basically the equivalent of a flying cross. Yeah, that's right. I feel like I am lacking. Like I should be achieving more in life than this rat who has this amazing medal. But yes, with that, folks, I'll leave you with a fond farewell. Hopefully you have a wonderful week, a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all again next week. But don't worry, I'll be dropping videos each day this week of the national holidays that are happening every single day. And with that, I wish you all good night, good evening, good morning, and a wonderful, wonderful week ahead of you. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.